Testing. Test, test. I heard myself there. Well, good evening and welcome back. It's nice to see you again. You've joined us at the National Curling Academy here in Stirling. Critical phase of this Superspiel competition we've been running since Thursday morning. We have two teams fighting it out this evening for the one place left in the final tomorrow morning. Team Mowat await. They're home. An early bath today, a chance to get some rest and recovery in, ahead of coming back here for 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. But their opponents will be either Team White or Team Craik. And final practice is just coming to an end. 30 seconds left on the clock for second practice, and then this game will be underway, and we will keep you up to speed right the way through this game. I hope you're going to enjoy it. It's a rematch of the game we had at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Team White winning that one, and in doing so securing their own berth in this playoff. Team Craik had actually already qualified for the playoff at that juncture, win or lose. But Team White took the honours this afternoon, not by much. It was a close, tight game. And if you're not familiar with these teams, I bet many of you are, but if you're not familiar, Team White have made significant progress up the world rankings over the course of the last, well, we're probably 18 months now. Coming into the seniors, very successful European campaign in the European Curling Tour last season. A couple of very good performances out in Canada as well, and they rose. I think they peaked at about number 14 or 15 in the world ranking at some stage towards the end of last season. I think they finished at about 17th in the world ranking end of last season. Obviously the season then coming to a premature finish, but they're one of three Scottish men's teams in the top 20 in the world, so aren't we fortunate to have that talent available? And they've continued since we returned to training in August to show that kind of form. This is the third teams competition we've run here at the National Curling Academy since September. They've so far featured in the final of the other two in September and November. Team Mowat have pipped them to the honours on both of those occasions. But they're not back in that final for a third attempt at pipping Team Mowat. They've got to overcome the challenge that is Team Craik first. And Team Craik, in many ways, they're doing a Team White. Successful at World Junior level. They were undoubtedly aspiring to go to the World Juniors this season, until that was regrettably but understandably cancelled. That World Junior Championships was going to be the test event for the Beijing Winter Olympic Games, so it was going to take place in the Ice Cube, as it's now known, in Beijing. The swimming pool that was used in the 2008 Olympic Games, converted to a curling rink, the Ice Cube, and I'm afraid that's been cancelled completely. So Team Craik, still a team of juniors, led by James Craik, and they've had a very good competition this week, and you're going to enjoy watching them play here as we go through this match. We've got two players wearing microphones, as we try to do here. We hope you enjoy the commentary that gives. So, just tracking the stone, Robin Bryden is wearing one of those microphones. So you'll hear Robin a lot, but you'll hear some of his teammates as they communicate, particularly about stones as they travel down the ice, and Robin shares information with Skip Ross White. But with the volume that Ross himself can produce, you'll probably hear him from time to time. James Craik is wearing the microphone for Team Craik, as you can hear right now. We've got one other game going on at the NCA. It's the match in the consolation pool for those teams that finished 4th and 5th in the pool competition we started this competition with. That's a battle between Team Henderson and Team Wilson. And I will keep you up to speed with the scores from that game. But for a minute or two, let's focus on this match here between Team White and Team Craik. And I'll leave you in the capable hands of Robin Bryden and James Craik for the time being. Got a couple of interviews coming up in a minute. But we'll watch some curling before we get to that point.
Same shot. I don't mind 11. Try and go under. I think the fact we can't sleep it just means it's overcurled. I think the line's fine. I know the line's fine. Whoa! Off! Clean! Whoa! Off! Clean! Yep! Hard! No roll. Sorry.
Whilst this first end gets underway properly, I'm joined by John Heron, who's the Chief Ice Technician here at the National Curling Academy. He's a man responsible for giving us this quality ice. Listen, day in, day out, that is, since we returned to training at the beginning of August, but particularly for this competition. John, just how pleased are you with the ice quality we've got right now here at the National Curling Academy?
Yeah, it's been fantastic this season. We've had big changes and stuff, but it seemed to work in my favour. So yeah, over the moon. It's great to see the guys playing on quality ice and doing what they do best. So yeah, it's really good.
Well, listen, we owe you a big thank you because you're very dedicated. You're in here horribly early every day of the week. Normally Monday to Friday. You're here at this weekend as well, helping us out, which is really appreciated. You've also got a great team of technicians around you. So, how many people have you got helping make the ice here at the National Curling Academy?
Yeah, so normally I've got myself and another 4 ice techs that do the ice as well when I'm not here. They do a great job. They've learnt a lot as well last few seasons, and they help massively. And they're really on board with making quality ice and good ice as well, I think. So. It's all good.
And John, when you started here at the NCA, you probably weren't expecting that we'd be running competition here, right? This was built and designed as a training venue. So, how do you feel that this venue has now, for this week, become a competitive situation? We've had mixed doubles first, now we've got teams competition. How do you think the National Curling Academy holds up for that?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mentioned earlier on the buzz and the competition going ahead. As you're saying, it was a training facility, but to see the top teams all in here playing and competing against each other, it's fantastic. It's really good.
Well, John, you work for Active Stirling, who are our key partners in helping the NCA in letting the NCA be open, and the Active Stirling as a whole do a cracking job. So perhaps through you, can I say a big thank you to Active Stirling for everything you do and everything they do to mean that this competition can happen, the training can happen, and we've got such great ice qualities here at the NCA. Thank you. And there's no escape because you're back tomorrow morning to make sure we've got great ice for the final as well, isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, thanks very much, and we appreciate everything, all the feedback you give us and stuff as well, so thank you very much as well.
All right, John. Travel safely. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yep. Hard! Gotta go. Hard! Both of you! Hard! Got to go! Hard! Okay. Both sweeping. Yeah. Out turn. Yeah. Hack, I think. Good hack. I'm gonna hear less, Ross.
Okay, fine. Good spot.
Or just make it. Thin half, a third. Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard, 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 hard. Go, go, go. Hard. Okay.
I can hear more, Ross, just to be sure. Yep.
Unlucky. Pretty decent throw.
Oh, never.
Ten? Yeah, we'll curl a good bit. Ten?
Like at the start, like when you're like, where that's coming in. I know that, but I'm saying I think he's definitely giving him less than what Duncan gave us. Weight-wise. I know, I'm not saying I wasn't up, I'm saying... Never gonna land.
Whoa. Hard. 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 Clean. Good. Good. 10. Good.
Whoa! Clean.
Intern, near control. Yeah, control. Like 9. Just stick it. Wouldn't mind putting one on the out. Just different line.
We're taking like edge of 4, not far away from the same line of play.
Deep 5! Clean. Yep. Hard. Hard. Gotta go. Hard. Hard! Jesus.
What line do you want to see, Ross?
Sorry. Timing was all off. My timing was just off. Fine.
How many are last?
Okay.
It's currently much.
No, my timing was off. It was just a bad slide. Yeah, I was all over the place on it.
So, those of you that watched the game between these two teams earlier on this afternoon will know that it's going to be tight, and it starts with a blank end, proving the point, I guess. So, wouldn't be surprised if it stays tight all the way. We've got the potential of an extra end if we're tied up after 8 ends. We're not going to be kicked out of the building, the lights aren't going to be turned off, so we'll go as long as we need to make sure we get a result here. I suspect the amount of curling these athletes and teams have had, though, since Monday morning, they probably don't fancy an extra end particularly. They'd probably be happy to wrap it up in 6 ends and head home, get some food, and for the team that wins, get back in here in good form, good fettle, ready to perform tomorrow morning. But the opposition will be having something to say about that. Great to hear a few words from John Heron, our chief ice technician, during that end. The balance between making great ice being an art and a science, I think, is fascinating, and John seems to have that balance absolutely spot on at the moment. He did mention that we'd had some changes to the building. I'm not going to go into all the detail on that, but in some senses he's been learning about the building all over again because it's different to last season. So, but with very fast, very good ice. He also did some work on the stones last Friday to make sure they were in tip-top condition for this competition. They get an awful lot of use to stones here. We have athletes in Monday to Friday, 8 in the morning till 8:30 at night. Stones in use all the time, aside from when the ice is being worked on. Athletes in Saturday, Sunday as well. So they're hard. These stones work hard. And I know we all think granite's incredibly hard, but it takes its toll on it. So John ensured not only the ice, but the rocks in great shape for this competition. So as this second end starts to form itself, I'll just give you an update of the match between Team Wilson and Team Henderson. Team Wilson took a 2 at the first end. In fact, they stole a 2. They didn't have the hammer. They stole a 2 at the first end, so it was a good start for Team Wilson. And they're just getting started in the second end there. Also, very briefly, a quick shout out to Startup Stirling. The athletes, and it was initiated, this concept initiated by Lauren Gray, member of Team Muirhead, to her credit. The athletes and staff here at British Curling through this competition have been contributing to a food bank collection for Startup Stirling. Significant collection made, and we'll get that delivered tomorrow. So great work by the athletes and staff there, and a shout out to the great work that Startup Stirling are doing. Now it's back to the real commentary team of Robin Bryden and James Craik as this match between Team White and Team Craik continues.
Line only. 7, 8. Probably on the red.
No, we're not. We're still good.
Yeah, we're on the red.
6,
What girls yet?
7. Right, we're on the red now. We are. Straight. Whoa. Need to trust it.
Quick leg.
Line's good. Rim. Line, yep, line. Great. No, leave it just now. Just leave it. I'd prefer it off. We're bailing now. Sit. Okay.
No. Well, you lose the back yellow.
All been Blair
Then
Stones.
maybe it's flop on top. It's not good. Sure, if you fuse the corks, they've got to burst it and then. Well, if we go top button round, they probably have to open up. They do our job for us. Yeah. You look. Just me on the bro. Just me, I think.
5,
Hey, boy, you can see. If you go really thin, try and get one moving off 3, kills that as well, and then we're just leathering. Half stone. They're coming straight round it again, but then at least this way we've got to run double, and then we're potential blank if we make this. If you do this, then you get that moving. That's good. Whoa! 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 Yep! 5! Cheers.
Small bump, you can get the angle. Top 4! Hit.
Catch that other one by like a millimetre. We were never wide enough to get the things, so we had to play it close.
Just in case anybody's watching, I'm very conscious I haven't introduced all the team members in these two teams. So if you're not familiar with them, let's just run through Team Crake first of all, as this Team Whitestone makes its way down the ice. We've introduced James Crake, he's on the microphone as the skip. But you've got lead Niall Ryder. At second you've got Blair Haswell, and about to deliver his second stone of the end is third Mark Watt. So that's Team Craik. We'll let Mark play his stone, and then we'll introduce the rest of Team White to you. We've already introduced a couple, Robin Bryden and
Kill 4,
Ross
try and
White,
get it over
but
3. If
Mark
you do
Watt
move it down, it's not dreadful.
getting some instructions, or James
You
is
wanna
just
hang the
thinking
shooter,
things
though.
through.
Kill. Yep, hard! Gotta go! Hard!
You can just hack. I think you throw hack and just makes you hanging around. Get the red out of there.
Quickly,
Hack on the nose!
Team White, if you're not familiar with them. You and Kyle, Duncan McFadden, Robin Bryden, and then Skip Ross White. So 8 young, talented, prodigiously talented curlers on the ice here. Nip and tuck so far. Robin's being cooled down, so let's listen to see what Robin and Ross are discussing as this end proceeds.
Make it's really good, but it's not an easy shot, like. More this one that's really kind of helping them to get them away, isn't it? Just with the way it's sitting on the corner of it. Like if you're, there, get that just sitting there. No, I get that. That's why I wondered if you just threw for inside and just get this one back. Well, he's got to make a really tough shot right now. Or do you just leave them and say, right, make something but throw the wing here?
Well, right now this triple always runs this way.
Yeah, but if you throw the wing here, you're going to have another counter in there. Like, as long as you're this side, cause, what, he's going to try and catch high side, isn't he, to lift him? Yeah, so his shooter's going here. So you want to be this side. Yeah.
Will air come off it?
Yep.
Or go into it? Essentially.
Just draw the wing.
Just draw
the wing.
Struggling.
Give him the triple, it's always touching the red. So the red's always going. Yeah. So if we've got a count over here and hopefully keep the back one, we're going to have a chance to maybe like two.
I'm slightly tempted to try that.
Oh yeah. That's a tough shot against the bundle.
It's literally, yeah, it's literally game right now. So
T-line top 4, just as long as we're on the line.
Loser 2 is fine.
Wasn't through it.
Out.
It's curling now. Clean it. Yep, done. It's curling hard.
Slap bang level.
Nice shot, Robin.
Not ideal.
Good, boys. Good. All out.
Don't see what else. Don't think I can throw it hard enough. I really don't think I can.
Do you like that?
I don't mind bumping out here. 11?
Just thought we're not lying too
I
bad.
don't know if we can get 3 out.
Really do anything to.
Off 11.
At the moment, this red's always going if he tries to bash, like bang.
10, make the double, you sit there. That's not that bad. Yeah, they might go into that one, and we just make the double back. Lose 2. Yeah, let's
It's a
do
lot
that.
harder shot against the bundle though than.
Yep. As thick as you can, basically. We either just go all out, which is stupid in the second end. If we can get away with losing a 2, that's fine. 10 seconds, try and make the double and just sit slightly this side. And then we'll probably chuck a double with the last.
going by the way he played it in the last game. I thought, to be honest, he would just be taking on that. Just trying to get as many minutes as possible.
Clean. Whoa. 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 No. Yes! Hard! 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 Oh. Half a second earlier.
Good shot.
Cheers. Not awful.
Three. Roll here. Stuff that on, probably lose this one. Don't mind that.
It's not awful.
Normal. I think if you're playing this, you kind of want the separation, so this is back. Oh yeah. The way that curved, you definitely get it inside.
I just draw on top.
I'm not against this, to be fair. It's whatever you feel more comfortable with. Okay. Just back 12. Yep. Close. Whoa. Close. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard. Come here. Hard here. You got it. You got it. Hard. Hard. Go. 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 Shot. Pressure line.
We go there, just throws that for 5. It lines up perfect.
Shot, Roscoe.
You almost want to sit there.
Aye, Tom was saying he's shooting out the hand, but Tom's got hindsight and he was sitting at the back of the seat. That's easy from the couch, shot, Tom. It's easy.
Call times, just see what he says.
Yeah.
Either that or you.
I was running for a good bit though, and it just seemed to snap.
For 2.
And then it ran. And then once you put the sweep, like the brush down on it, it seemed to straighten up a bit.
You could throw that.
Okay. Let's make this. Let's make this. Yeah.
Don't tell him that.
No, I like this.
Don't
Yeah.
tell him that.
Why, like, second?
11.
Right, second and third.
Hit and roll.
Fair enough.
Hit and roll. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good curling.
Shot for 2, maybe 3. Yeah. Clean. Yep, hard.
Yeah.
Hard.
Actually works. Out turn. Yeah. Yeah, only needs to spin to here, to be honest. Out.
Don't know. I wasn't that through it, but what weight did you get? Shouldn't have curled that much. I must have really dropped it. What weight's he throwing?
Yep.
Clean. Yep. Yep. Yep.
3.
Yeah. Fine. I was always looking like that from corners up. Yeah. It's well up to speed. We just got caught out. Second is the fastest end. Right, let's make 2 good corners and just get our deuce back and then fight from there.
So that looked like a 3 to Team White at that end. We'll get that confirmed once the score goes up. But I've got David Murdoch, Olympic head coach, here with me, watching this game closely, watching these 2 talented young teams, of course. Dave, as the Olympic head coach, where do you see these 8 young curlers potentially going over the next few years? What could their future be?
I think both the teams have got a view that, you know, the next few years is a chance to really progress, Nigel. You know, in terms of their development on the ice, off the ice, physically as well, mentally, try and develop their strategy. So there's huge potential for both teams, and I think just being part of the environment in here, working with dedicated coaches, playing against the podium teams. You know, both teams here are in Performance Foundation, and what comes of that is, you know, it's not full time for the Performance Foundation guys, but for some of them, they're actually so keen to be here. They want to be in here every day. They you know, they've got a vision for the future, and you know, they want to clip the heels of the guys above them. So, you know, it's great to see the enthusiasm, the drive there. That's what we're really looking for in this building. You know, we want that drive to really push every team in here to be as good as they can be.
And in terms of future opportunities for young teams like this, you know, looking ahead to, obviously, hopefully once the world returns to normal, they'd be hoping to qualify and be playing in Grand Slams. They'd be able to get back out to Europe and play there. What about opportunities around things like World Championships and future Olympic Games? Where would you hope to see players like this in the future?
Well, I think that's, you know, part and parcel of you know, of our system, in terms of, you know, we have podium teams at the top, and we widen and come down in a pyramid as we come further down. Now there is that pathway to the top, and you know, obviously at the very top ultimately means getting to the Olympic Games, having a chance to be at World Championships, and as you filter up through that pyramid, it's in your hands. You've actually got that opportunity that if you're good enough, you'll be funded to go around the world. You can make some you know, real gains and getting up the world rankings, and you can show the world that, you know, you can beat some of these top teams in the world, which, you know, some of these guys in ice have done. They've beaten some of the world's best teams, the top 5, top 10 in the world, and that's kind of shown us that, well, there's some really good things happening here, and we just really want to progress that, and the opportunities will come about, and obviously with selection opportunities there, that if, you know, whatever teams out there are showing us that if they win, then they might be good enough and could be selected to be at Worlds, to be at Olympic Games.
Dave, that's great, thank you. Let's focus on this end, but I'm giving you 2 ends warning now, okay? Because I've sprung this on you in the past, but I'm giving you 2 ends warning. How generous of me is that? I'm warning you that at the end of the 4th end, okay, I'm going to do what I did to the other night. We're going to pretend it's a mid-end break, and I'm going to ask you to give me feedback on the team that's, if we've got a team behind at that point. At the moment we've got Team White 3 up. So if it stays in that way, I'm going to ask you to tell me what you'd be advising Team Craik if you were their coach, Ian Watts. Okay? So we'll get your views on that in a couple of ends time.
Can't wait.
Dave Murdoch, thank you.
Top 4.
7. Almost round it.
8.
Round it.
8. Go round. It's not 8 just now.
Carl.
Straight. Okay.
11.
It's all good.
Whoa, whoa, no. Curl, hard.
Intern freeze.
Intern cross.
Freeze bump. Freeze bump.
Curl forward off that wing.
As long as you're on the inside, I don't really care what weight you're.
Or nose top. That's pretty good.
Not against that either. My first thought was round here, but I don't mind ripping, to be honest. Well, then it keeps it all together.
Yeah, but if you would sit to remind them about getting rid of them. No.
Do you want to bump it far enough so the red can still go through? Okay.
Right, let's bump it.
Okay.
How far we bump it? 2 feet. Okay, same way.
Same weight's good,
Yeah, I think so. Oh, nice. Hey, 6.
Can I want to go for weight?
Right, we're not bumping very fast. We're almost freezing. Yeah, we're pretty much freezing.
That's why I was down on it.
You got enough to throw 10. Eleven's good.
It's good.
Yes. Hard. Whoa. Whoa, you're heavy. Curl. Hard curl. Really got gold. Okay. Just a wee bit heavy. 10-3. It's alright.
Okay.
He was like tight enough that the weight kind of. Yeah.
Mine's good, way only. Easy, boys. Fuck's sake.
A quick update from sheet A where we'd updated the.
You catch that, that's a bonus.
Stola 2 at the first.
If we lift these, this comes into play.
1 at the second, so it's Team Wilson.
Yeah, nose is good. 7-8. Turn.
Team Henderson are also, they're playing with 3 players. They have done all week, so extra hard work for them on the sweeping front, and I know they're feeling that a bit, I think, but good for them.
Whoa. No. Yes. Hard!
This week.
Hard! Hard! Hard!
Tough week for
Oh, coming into play now.
Deep in front with only three players on the tee.
Tap it now. Yeah. Just key weight. I think you got to tap it. I think they can't leave it there. Tap! Try and get the inside on the tap. Just like key weight. Just enough to get the angle off it, really. I know, but
That might not be a bad call, just back there again.
he's running a red this time is the only thing. Yeah. Okay. Middle 12.
I think the speed's going to be a million miles off.
I think that's close.
I think the speed will be pretty close, and then I think once we get it
By the
should
whole
come
thing.
off a bit
Yeah.
at the end. Right.
So I give you the shape, maybe a foot on the last one.
Two
feet on the last one.
Yeah, 2 feet on the last one.
Yep. Gotta go. Hard! Fuck off. Just gotta get through this last minute thing. That's pish.
They then nose
That's too
back,
fast,
and then we
though,
never
I
get a
think I can
chance.
through it.
Yeah, you were just in here and almost like rotating out there. Still not going to do that.
I don't like ruining these. These are so nice for us. Not awful. We roll there though, it's a nightmare. If we just go back tee, they weld. That's game over. We're never getting our deuce. Part of me thinks just do that just now, and then potentially we'll have a run for something. But we might just end up leaving him a double behind corner. I wish I could just call this. It'd be stunning. So tough. Can you ever make it off the out? 13? No. So hard is all. What do you think? See what he does? Well, if we go there, he can't freeze. Yeah, let's do this. 13. Whoa! 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 Yes! 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 Whoa! Whoa! Curl! Curl! Hard! Hard! Whoa! Straight! Hard! 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 Good. That's fine there. Nice throw.
Through, just enough to kill it. Yeah.
Good effort. Yeah, trying to.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa! Whoa, dunk, dunk! Hard dunk, gotta go. Hard, James. That's alright.
Around the corner. Mm-hmm.
Just more rotation than what Mark threw down that line. He's pretty soft on that in-turn, so.
It's difficult. Don't mind just here. It's just the margin for error is so shit. To be fair, this always goes there. If he ever hits it too skinny and rolls under, we've got that for 4. Or like a hack waiter. I don't think he can really... I don't think he can lose the 5, but he can stick his shooter under the corner, which is a nightmare. But I quite like here. Touch less? Yeah, I like there. Top 8.
Yeah. It's not an easy one.
Top 8. Yeah. To be fair, we could go bed ceiling, but then he just reaches.
I thought it depends how much how thick he gets it. You could be right.
Touch left.
Might get lucky though.
And again.
Right, put his heel up there, then you can get around it easily. That's not top 8.
Line's good. Line's good.
Right,
Rim.
top 8.
Rim. 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 Wait for the curl. Off the red. Curl. 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 Hard! No, it's fine.
Yeah, you have to be a piece under. Well, not a piece under, but like side, like almost side by side of it.
Right, just do the centre line. Hair less than awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's same ice. Yeah. Well, yeah, if you're, as long as you're there. Don't know if you can get there. Should be close.
Whoa! Whoa! Yep! Whoa! 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 Dunk! 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 Yep! 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 Shot, Russ.
Nice one, Paul.
leather it.
Probably. Probably.
Yeah, I think that's there. Nah, I'm thinking.
You have to hit there.
You should have probably could have moved it a long time ago. Key at the moment. Good, nice shot. Straighter than you think.
Not
though.
even like 2/3. Sure.
Ah, we called it.
You have to like hit it there.
I know.
I think it was just dragged straight down. So not enough time for it to go left. We just need to shift it out here.
Probably similar weight, was it?
Yeah, they said down. I don't think they were much down to be honest.
Right, okay, let's make this.
Yeah.
I don't. It's the draw. Draw's there. Just make the draw. We know it. Yeah. Couple feet, like half a foot more ice.
It might be you lose the red probably. 'Cause you have to be
Pin.
so thin on it. So the red probably goes and this one counts. Is it even there?
Probably, but you have to be pretty sharp.
He needs the same weight, but he needs a better line.
Easy. Whoa, room, off! Curl! Line's good, easy. Whoa!
Hard line.
Whoa!
You're heavy, so it's going for that.
Two.
So that draw just rolled on too far, so it's a 2 to Team White there. And I'm joined by Tom Brewster. Tom, wearing a couple of hats, but as far as I'm concerned, his priority role is that of coach to Team White. He's been able to join us for this competition. Tom, first of all, how are you enjoying coaching a young team like Team White?
Yeah, I really enjoy the coaching. It's nice in some ways to give something back as well, and a little bit, I suppose, with the experience that I've had over the years and gone through pretty much everything. It's good to work with them, and they're a good bunch of lads. They're willing to listen, they're coachable, just fantastic, they're hard working, so yeah, good.
And any observations on what you've seen during this competition, what you're seeing in this match? Anything jumping out at you that you're pleased to see? Let's focus on the positives. What you're seeing that you're really happy to see as a coach?
Well, they had a poor game this morning, and we discussed a few things, and they put those things that we discussed into practice. They've worked on them. Their communication's gone up about five notches in this game and the previous game. We're getting good setups at the start of the end, just because we've managed to discuss more of the ice and the speed of the ice and what they're doing, which they weren't doing this morning. So, yeah, positive from that.
And you must have actually just like Ross's last stone in that end, which set it up really. It was a beauty, leaving James pretty limited options.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, to be fair to Ross, he's done that. The 2 seasons that I've worked with him now, he pulls some fantastic shots out of the bag, and yeah, really good.
Now listen, just briefly, your part-time role, managing Curl Aberdeen, okay? Okay, but your primary role being coach to Team White, of course. No, a very significant role at managing Curl Aberdeen. Disappointing news for you that with COVID restrictions, you've had to take the ice out and shut for the next period of time. How's the mood up there? And when you were curling, how were things?
Yeah, well, when we were curling, the members were having were great and coming in and playing and enjoying it. You know, we put a lot of measures and a lot of hard work into place to give them as safe an environment as we could, which was great. And you know, in some ways we've had a decent crack at it. We've had 7 weeks. If we were going to shut down because we moved tiers or levels, this week was the best one to do
over
it.
Christmas.
Yeah, well, we'd normally shut over Christmas for 2 weeks, or almost 2 weeks. We also had the Scottish Junior Championships that were meant to happen in January.
Yeah, we were looking forward to coming to Aberdeen for that, I have to say.
So that's a week out of our schedule. So in effect, if I rolled my ice back, that was a 3-week gap, you know, and with the bookings have gone down obviously because of COVID. So I was contemplating potentially shutting and taking the ice out for a 4-week spell anyway, because we managed to put our ice in about 3 days. We've got it down to a fine art, and we really can't push it in quite quick. So you know, we shut on Thursday evening. We've pretty much got all the markings out already. There's some water to push off, and we're not far away from. By Monday morning, we'll probably be done. So
very good.
You know, we get it out quick. We can get it back in quick. So you know, at £2,500 a week for electricity to run the fridge plant, it makes sense.
Aye. Well, look, the one thing I haven't actually mentioned in commentary, but we should recognise absolutely the support that Scottish Government have committed to helping ice rinks, and to the job that Scottish Curling have done in working with Scottish Government to secure that. You know, I don't know how that's going to impact on you. I'm not going to ask you because that would be unfair. But I just want to say well done and thank you to the Scottish Government for that, because everything being done to keep curling alive, I guess, as we come through this pandemic, and hopefully by next season we're back up with a more normal season, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the hard part, obviously, keeping the doors open on rinks is the number one priority right now.
Number one job, yeah.
But you know, when we do have the doors open next season, hopefully we're through the worst of this. You know, there's going to it's the impact on rinks that this virus is having. It's going to be really seen then.
You're going to feel it still.
How many people are actually going to come back through the door? How many members have we lost? How many have we lost to this? You know, that are doing other pastimes now or doing other things, and that's a big worry. I think it's one thing keeping the doors open, but actually being able to get enough trade and business through the doors next season we should be starting to think about that. I think that's, you know, we've certainly been thinking along those lines in Aberdeen. You know, not just about the here and now, but the future.
Tom, I think some very wise words there. It's great to hear you thinking about the future. We know you do a cracking job up in Aberdeen. Now let you back to your number one priority, which is doing a great job with Team White. All right, Tom Brewster, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks.
Feel? You're heavy.
Carl, go with Carl, back to this one.
You must have been fine. Well said, good
Carl,
you must have been alright.
Carl, just gotta go. It's just gotta go.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, mate. Make them both go.
Yep.
Carl.
Ross.
You're taken there for a corner. Line's good. Line's good.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Just needs to stop. Over curling. Over curling. Fine there.
The guard. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Good hack. Good hack.
He's a wee bit narrow. Don't know if he trusted the ice.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Close. You just say good effort. I think either does the job. He's got to make a play on the middle ones now. Oh, good.
Good. Line's good.
I mean, we'll probably even.
Top 8. All you then. Top 4. Whoa. Rib. Rib. Whoa. Whoa then. Why are you sweeping it?
I mean, when I did see a hit, I was like, oh, bro.
Oh, no. Don't go now. Good.
Nose. Hair high. Try and stick it. Well, I think it's just nicer. Makes him, he has to move them rather than just a straight draw around.
Yeah, I just wondered if we just leave them because he can't get a second shot right now.
Either. He's got this.
He probably plays the bump right now. Create another.
Yeah, and then he's got another one on. Well, then this one's still always here. He's never got an angle to get onto this back
So we
one.
just launched them.
I think you just batter it with 5 up. So
fast.
I don't think you really need to take. Yeah. Had the score been different, I think you could have taken it. But yeah. Yeah. Nose is fine.
I'm wondering if they lose one if they make
It depends how. If they nose it, I think they're trying to stuff 2 and lose 1 and 8. I don't think it drags and hits 6. If it does, maybe. Nah, it doesn't.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Shot, Roscoe.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, a wee bit more. Actually, no, that's good. That's good. It's 11, hitting the under.
taken off here, but I think he did something that no, he doesn't have it. Just tell you to watch it. I was like, do you want me to throw it out turn or? No, I think you're fine.
I did throw. I threw my hat clearer back through.
Yeah, alright.
And just as well I did because.
It's all about the weight.
Yeah.
Clean. Whoa. Hard. 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 Gotta go. Hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Even if you roll out, to be honest, if they want a blank, they can blank.
Sorry. Wait, was good? Pair it off. Alright. Alright, pretty close. Yeah. More than the last game. Doing that kind of line. That kind of line. True. A bit fresh.
Clean.
Yeah, 2-1. Eleven. Yeah. 11 corner guard, and then see what goes. Yeah, I know. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Hard.
One.
So that's the fourth end come to its conclusion. Team Craik being forced to take one. We promised you that, for your interest, we'd put Olympic head coach Dave Murdoch on the spot, and we'd say, right, Dave, end of the fourth end, pretend there's a mid-end break, you're coaching the team that's behind. What are you going to say? What are you going to do? How are you going to help them turn this game around? So it's 5-1, Team White leading. So you're coaching Team Craik. What's your half-time team talk, Dave? Come on, take us through it.
Well, ultimately you have to recognise the situation and probably the mindset of the athletes. In all honesty, with such a big scoreline there, a deficit, all you can do is try and motivate them to come out there and get something on the board. It's a multiple score. I mean, you get that. You start to get that good feeling back again. Maybe you can put a little bit of pressure on the opposition. You might get a miss, you might get another steal, get back in the game. And that's all you can do, because just now with the scoreline, theoretically it's very tough to win the game. But you need to try to get back into the game, and then ultimately you need some mistakes. And if you get them, you might get lucky.
Are you seeing anything in this game, technically or tactically, that they could tweak or think about? They've got their coach, Ian Watt. He's had a quick chat with them. They haven't had the full mid-game break time, of course. They've had a short break between ends. Anything that you'd be suggesting they could pick out on?
I think it's just doing the good things well. Like, still be really clear about communication, concentrating the shot making, because it's just been a few key shots that have been missed, and then that's cost them multiple scores against them. And obviously you saw in the third end with Ross White playing that little nice hit and roll into the forefoot. It made a really tough shot for James, a very difficult draw the button, just because of the way the stones were in line of the drop the button path. And there was probably just a little bit of miscommunication there. They knew it was a little bit heavy, a little bit hot. They could have clicked the top one, rolled in, and there was a call for that. Sweepers didn't react, so you just got to do things well and continue to go through the process.
Dave, thank you. That's fascinating insight. Lastly, just whilst I've got you here, any further reflections? I've asked you this earlier on in the competition, but we're coming to the business end of this Superspiel now. We've got the rest of this match, and then we've got a final tomorrow morning, being streamed by the BBC. Just in case I hadn't mentioned that before, at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Your reflections on the week of competition we've had so far. How pleased are you as the Olympic head coach with what you've seen on the ice?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've been trying to do something different every competition, whether it's a change in format or obviously the introduction of the ladies and the men's together for this one. Going forward, we're going to look to play another event with 10 ends, and that'll try and gear us up for some championship play later in the season. Obviously, we've got the World Championships to be prepared for. So I've been delighted with the way it's went. We've had brilliant ice conditions. I've spoken that already. It's incredible what we've had in here. It's ultimately arena ice conditions, huge swing, great curl, real consistency through the days. And what that's allowed for is just really, really good shot making. It's allowed them to call aggressive games, make really key, tough shots, and I saw certainly from all the teams have been trying to do that. You know, like really play that top end game and try and work that strategy out within each game and within each draw. So, no, absolutely delighted. And you know, what I have seen as well is some really good passion. You know, everyone wants to win. Everyone wants the bragging rights, but obviously, you know, we're collecting data because we want to see who the best team is here, and we've got a selection to do for Team Scotland for the World Championship, and they know the importance of these games and this competition as well. And I've certainly saw that ramped up, and it's great to see. It's quite a hard thing for us, you know, Nigel. We're not on the road. We're not playing an international competition. Us doing our best to replicate that is ultimately what we've been trying to do. And you know, it was the one thing that could we get some sort of pressure on and in the building that replicates that, and I think we have. I think each competition is now started to get a bit tougher, and the shot making's went up, and the attitude's been great around it.
Dave, that's great to hear. Thank you. I can only concur with everything you've said there about the passion that we're seeing here. I think it's a credit to the athletes and the teams and the coaches for getting people keyed up in that way. But it is great to see. We'll catch up with you, no doubt, during the final tomorrow, Dave. I'm certain of that. Just before we go here and focus on this end in play, in the match that's taking place on Sheet A between Team Wilson and Team Henderson, it's Team Wilson who are stretching away. They are 5-1 up now after 4 ends. I won't ask you what coaching points to offer that game because I know you're focusing on this game, Dave. So, but Team Wilson 5-1 up. Let's take you back to Robin Bryden and James Craik talking their way through the game there in the middle of.
Two. Line's good. 2. Go then. Could do a curling. Curl. No, you're good. You're fine. Nice. Good throw, Mark. Yeah. Clean. Line's good. Whoa. Touch narrow if anything. Whoa, never call. Just over. Yep. Hard. Hard. Not bad there. Guessing he was just lighter. The line was the same. Well, I let you go round it.
Separate,
Yep, go round it. Yep.
Nice shot.
Round.
back 4.
Line's good. Line's close. Close. Yep, wee bit line. Wee bit line. Line. Hard line.
Yep. Probably thinner than that if you want. No. You'd be pretty unlucky at the weight you put
that's fine.
on there. Half stone or thinner. Probably thinner than half.
Yep. Yeah. Thought I was quite through it, to be fair, but. Yeah, could have given them a couple feet more to work with. The line would have been close.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Stop.
10. Ten on the nose. Clean. Whoa. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Wee bit.
Clean. Clean.
So the fifth end comes to a conclusion as a blank end, and I'm delighted to be joined by Ian Watt, coach to Team Craik. Ian, you're coaching this team, young team this week, but you've coached them through last season as well to a World Junior Championships. Just tell me how you're finding coaching this young team.
Yeah, no, it's really good. The boys are really keen, they're dedicated, they're doing lots of training, and yeah, they make the job pretty easy.
Well, I mean, that's good to see, and we know that as well in terms of their keenness and their enthusiasm. Dave Murdoch was touching on that a little bit earlier about the fact that, you know, both teams here, Team White, Team Craik, they're almost in a situation where they're they're not full-time curlers, but they're doing their utmost to be full-time curlers despite other things going on in their life. What have you seen this week that's pleased you from the team? Because I think they've had a cracking week, actually.
Yeah, no, they absolutely have. I mean, they've really stepped up, I would say, this week. They've been training hard since August, not getting very many games or many competitions so far this year, but obviously, you know, they've played a couple of events here now, and this is the third one, and yeah, no, they've won some good games. I think their standard of play is coming up, their consistency is improving. Struggling here in the semi today, but that's the 6th game in 2 days, and I think it's starting to show a little bit.
Listen, and that's understandable, okay, but I think they've done tremendously through the week. I think as a coach you should be really proud of that. by the way, as a dad as well, there's a family connection there, of course, with Mark. It looks like the game's come to an end. There's a rather nice discussion going on between both teams with Olympic head coach Dave Murdoch. You should go and join that, Ian. Thanks for everything you're doing.
Pleasure.
Have a happy Christmas.
And you.
So, our finalists are known. Maybe, as Coach Ian has said there, maybe a game just a bit too far for Team Craig. They did a cracking job earlier on this afternoon, competing with Team White, pushed them all away. But this time in the semi-final, Team White have come out on top. They've won it 5-1 in 5 ends. But I think both teams can be very proud of that. Team Craig bow out at this stage. But I suspect if you'd asked them at the start of this week if they'd got to this semi-final, would they be happy with that? I hope and expect they'd have said absolutely yes, because I think they've done a great job in doing that. So, congratulations Team White. They march on to the final at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning against Team Mowat. We're getting used to finals around here between Team White and Team Mowat. We've already had 2 this season, the September Classic, the September Shootout and the November Classic, both won by Team Mowat. Team White, is it third time lucky? They're out to break that hoodoo and win the trophy. They've done really well. We'll see you at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. The game will be streamed through our colleagues and friends at the BBC, so you'll get that online with BBC Scotland or through the iPlayer. If you go to the iPlayer, you'll have that, find the sports section, and you'll find it being streamed on the iPlayer as well. So a couple of ways you can watch that tomorrow. So you won't find it here at British Curling YouTube. It's on with the BBC tomorrow morning from 5 to 10. Just as we wrap this one up, the match between Team Wilson and Team Henderson, it's 5-1 still. They had a blank in the 5th end. That's in the consolation pool for the teams that didn't make the top 3 in each pool earlier on this week, but they're fighting hard to the very end. But I'm going to leave you and say thank you, good night, and we look forward to seeing you on the BBC tomorrow morning at just before 10.